We are Integrate,
an education technology company focused on improving the modern classroom.
My name is Kevin Sliska. What I do? I focus more on sales, investment, and networking.
My name is Maxwell Witt. As an entrepreneur in a startup, you must do a little bit of everything, but currently my main focus is on product development and operations. However, this show is not about our product,
but our personal journey as entrepreneurs.
We want you to join us as we navigate through all the ups and downs in starting a company.
Who are we?
We are the Integrators. We got the whole team together today, including Julie, our CTO, Kevin H., our Chief Marketing Officer, Joe, our Chief Sales, and Ray, our videographer.
What were we hoping to achieve out of going to Forbes? What was our goal? I think for me personally, it was really just making connections to potential investors, networking with other entrepreneurs who could be potential partnerships, and just meeting different people who could be of help in acquiring schools or districts at a time. My expectations going into the event, very high. It's one of the biggest events to go to out of all the entrepreneurial meetups, and we were lucky enough to get a table where we could present and even get VIP. We heard that the experience was a little better for people who had VIP compared to the people that had the normal passes.
I was overwhelmed. There was so much happening. I see people conversating and networking and passing out cards. We came across 55 startups in this tent, and it was amazing just to see a bunch of dreamers and people who had so much grit to keep fighting for what they believe in. And then to be in a room with a great, amazing amount of energy where I was just feeding off all this inspiration and aspiration.
There was one VIP tent, however, where I found the networking to be the best in terms of the entrepreneurs there and the investors there were just at another level.
So we went to the VIP room, we got some McKellen, we toast with the team, and we were conversating and networking with individuals. With the people in the tent, we were learning so much, where people were saying unbelievable stuff that they were doing.
And it was helpful that we could talk to people and they could be either a similar stage to us or farther along. So we could learn from them, we can network, we could talk about where we're at.
The most important part that I learned that day was building rapport with people, where if you become a familiar face, opportunity happens for you. That's why it's really good to go to events.
What stuck out to me most about the first day was we actually met somebody that we knew in the past who is actually a pretty big entrepreneur.
When the guy saw Max in a VIP room in Forbes, he knew that this startup had something special. And believe it or not, he was interested in investing in the company the first night we went to Forbes. And I could not believe the value that Forbes brought on the first day.
In terms of the entertainment, the music, and the food, this event was by far one of the best entrepreneur events that I've ever been to, even on the first day alone.
And Marshmello was there, and that was my first time experiencing a concert like that.
It was just a great experience that they were able to provide for the entrepreneurs. Day two, like any other day, we were rushing to wake up, rushing to get out and get ready to start networking. It was our first full day at the event, and our first day of setting up at our stand. And we decided to kind of divide and conquer. We wanted to have some people stay at our booth and the other people stay at the VIP tent because we kind of identified that those were kind of the best places to network.
The most important thing that usually kills entrepreneurs is the follow-up. So I had to stay and try to follow up with everybody that I connected with from the day before, because people don't realize that in entrepreneurship, one of the best tools to have is the follow-up.
But day two was a blur. In my memory, it just went by so fast. But overall, just a very positive day. End of day two. It was the first time that they had this opportunity for us to network after the event. They were doing a bar crawl, and we were really excited to go to that. So we get out of the event and we go back to our hotel. We want to get changed, and we wind up getting a few bottles of wine, and we're just relaxing and talking. And then we're all so exhausted from the lack of sleep and just the constant moving that we all kind of just decide to hang out and just talk and bond as a team.
We talked about a lot of things that was meaningful for us, and to understand everybody's perspective. That's what I love about startups. so you can be who you are. You don't have to be nobody you're not supposed to be.
We really want to make sure that we create an atmosphere at our company, at least, where we're always having fun, even if it's work related. And it's just trying to balance and make sure that we are as efficient as possible while doing that. Hey guys, it is day 3 at the Forbes event. As you can see, it's still wet and rainy, cold, but we're making the most of it. We just got done with investor speed dating. I think there's a lot of mixed reviews about how it went. The event was very chaotic and disorganized. Everything was last second. They moved the building, no one knew where they were. People had signed up for specific investors who just got pushed to random people. But I'll let Julie talk about her experiences.
So overall, I had a very positive experience actually. We each was supposed to speak with 3 investors. Luckily I did. First investor actually does invest in the edtech space, which is pretty unique to be honest. The second investor and the third investor had a friend who specifically invests in the edtech space, and they were all interested in Integrate and told me to send them our pitch deck. So it was great for me.
Lucky you for being 3 for 3. I was not so lucky. To be honest, this was one of the hardest, most mean investors I've ever spoken to in my life, who just tore me apart without constructive criticism. But it's all part of the experience. It's really a numbers game. You never know who you're going to get. So it's a learning experience. And the second person I spoke to, although they were much friendlier than the first, they didn't seem to be an investor. It more was just a handshake and a thanks for talking to me. But I'm glad at least we were able to divide and conquer and we made something out of it.
Yep. Overall, I liked it.
So can't wait to see what the rest of the event brings.
Absolutely.
So we wound up going to a coffee shop, super exhausted and networked out. But we were just hanging out, and all of a sudden this education investor looks at us and we start talking with him, and we had no idea that there would just be like a random investor from the event right there with us. Networking at the coffee shop was just totally unexpected. We had a bunch of other entrepreneurs just wind up joining us and sitting at our table after they heard us pitch the investor. How do you capitalize most on these random situations? And as an entrepreneur, you never know who you're sitting next to. You don't know if they're an investor, if they have a friend who's an investor. You don't know if they could be your biggest potential sales lead to a pipeline of everybody you need to be a multi-million-dollar company. You really have no idea who you're next to. So it's all about taking every situation, being open to learning and understanding, and just trying to make the most of them. And don't close yourself off, because you never know who you'll meet wherever you are. It's day 4 in Boston. The Forbes 30 Under 30 event is over. It's been so amazing. I did so much networking. I completely lost my voice, but the connections that we made here have been tremendous.
Forbes was such an experience. I hope you guys enjoyed our pilot. Stay tuned for our season 1 of a web series. Let's go.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Comment below.
And let us know what you want to see in our upcoming series. Until next time.